Good morning, Stampers. It is Nemi Batson here, coming to you from Nemi's Crafty Cafe in Cooks Creek, Manitoba. It is Tuesday. I wonder if the storm or snow is coming our way. Right now, it is nice and bright out. I'm just trying to get organized here. It looks like, and I'm hoping my Facebook page is working better. So we shall see. And then hoping I can see comments. So if you're there, don't forget to like, share, and comment. Because if you do, then you get entered into the draw to win this week's cards. And always an exciting moment to place an order as well. Because if you place an order, then you also get to sign up for my craft along, which is, so if you place your order in March or April, that's this month, then you get to pick a class for May. So I'm hoping to get 2 classes prepped, an all occasions one, which is my craft along, and then one other one. So just waiting for my new product to get here. Okay, so my birthday, just a few reminders before we kick it off. So my birthday bingo bash is coming up. It's a great time to come. I reposted it again. Registration deadline is Friday so that I have enough time to order product to bring it in for Friday night. And you'll get a free catalog. You'll also get 4 games of bingo. You'll also win stampin rewards. And you'll also get to play and see all the new product, not all, but whatever I have. So that would be DSP. You get to see the DSP. You get to see 3 to 4 stamp sets. We're going to create with the new in colors as well as the paper and cardstock. So it's going to be a fun night along with other products. Craft along is next week. So I'm almost done kitting. So those will be shipped tomorrow. The 3 cards we will be creating. So whether you want to come in person at my home or at 7 o'clock online, I'm probably going to stream it from my YouTube channel. From my Facebook page. But if you're not a Facebook page user, that's fine. The replay will be posted on my YouTube page. I can't stream from both. So I'm going to try it on Facebook first and then jump to YouTube for replay. So the 3 cards we're making is this one here. And actually this one's more of a fun fold. So you get all the pieces. And then this one features sentiment springtime scenes. So even if you don't have the stamp sets, that's fine. You could just stamp whatever sentiments you have in your collection. And then this one features last month's 2 months worth of product of the month. But last month was Notes of Spring. So we're going to create this nice little fun fold with all the other product from the other previous product of the month. So this kit will ship to you tomorrow. I'm hoping to have it all packed by tonight and ready to go to the mailbox tomorrow. So if you place an order with me in March, then you're going to get those. And then you can just craft along. And then Let's Get Crafty Club features the Springtime Scenes bundle. So you need both of those. And like I mentioned last time, you'll get the adhesive sheets. I'm just waiting, and closing date on that is always the 15th. So I'm just waiting for my Earth Tone DSP or Earth Tone specialty paper to show up so that I can finish creating the 4th card. But the 3 cards you get for sure are these ones, and you'll even get the specialty paper that goes along with it. And I really like this one. This one's actually a locking card. I think this one's my favorite. So, I forgot to put an insert on that one. But so you'll learn, I'll give you all the bits and pieces, except for you'll have to die cut this one and these. And of course this, because this is just all parts. So part of my Let's Get Crafty Club is you got to have the bundle to create all 4 projects. And you get tons of product left over to be able to create more. So that is coming up, and it's only $45. So yes, I'm making you cut your own stuff, but it is a fun way to learn to use the products, and that's my whole intent on that one. And I know that we've been working with a lot of product this week, and some of it is still on back or not available. So just don't forget, every time you go in there and you see it's not available, make sure you check off that little box and hit notify me, because I only get an estimate of when it's coming, and most of the time it comes earlier than what we're told. So that is something important. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Shell. You got your, whoa, you're lucky. So my next UPS order isn't coming until Friday. So, which of course is the night before all of us are getting together. So I hope mine comes before 9 a.m. so that I can finish prepping for all of you coming here. Oh, and I'm so excited about the menu, not sharing. So if you join my team and you're part of my team, you get to, every year I always do a birthday special for April, and we actually have team meeting at my house. And I put on an amazing, I think it's amazing, an amazing spread. And this year I have a really fun idea for us for our brunch. So I'm really super excited about it. And I hope I can pull it off. That's all. I need my husband's help, but he said he's willing to help. So let's make sure that that happens. And Benjamin's not here, so there'll be plenty of food left over. So the new catalog is available. I've ordered a bunch. If you are not coming to my birthday bingo bash and you would like a catalog, then just comment below or send me a message at nemibcc@gmail.com, or text me, or send me a DM here through Facebook or YouTube, whichever. And I will make sure I get you one. So in the email, it's like 87 pages, by the way. Okay, so we're going to continue on, and we're going to continue on this week with these beautiful dies made with sweetness. This is a fun one, and really it's great if you're a scrapbooker. But this week I'm focusing a little bit on cards, but I might tomorrow throw in a scrapbook page, just an 8.5 by 11, because I'm sure most of you may not be 12 by 12ers in scrapbooking. But if you are, then you just expand it to 12 by 12, which is easy. So I will probably highlight that, how you can make it a card, you can make it a scrapbook page, either way. But these big, huge letters does help with scrapbooking. And I mean, it is big for a card, but I believe it does fit. So let me just double check here. I have so many sets open right now, but it should work. So Sweet, Cute, Lovely Day, they all should still work based on its size onto a scrapbook page. 8.5 by 11. I do a lot of 8.5 by 11s, and I put them in my paper, in my scrapbook pages. I should pull one of my books out one day and just show. And you know what I love about scrapbooking is how you look back like years past and go, oh, that's a page I made? Because technology and the quality or availability of products changes through the years. And everything just like, you look at your previous and your current and you're like, what was I thinking? Okay, so we're going to do some little tricks and tips today. Nothing fancy, a little bit of technique stuff that you already know, but requires a lot of stamp set and a lot of cutting. So I've already pre-cut some pieces here because I was playing with them yesterday. So one of the things I was doing yesterday, because if you remember our first card, where is it? Okay, so on our first card, all I did was die cut all the pieces in, and then literally it's just straight cardstock laid right on there, which, by the way, I love this card and I need to make more. But this time what I did was I started playing with it and doing some coloring. So this is Blueberry Bushel with some blending on it. And then these ones here, I think this one is this one's Misty Moonlight. So you can see the difference in color, I think. My hand is probably not an ideal option. Let me grab a piece of white here so you can actually see the differences. And then these were Balmy Blue, and then I did some coloring on it. This was Balmy Blue and with Misty Moonlight thrown on it. So then you get that little difference in all of the blueberry. So it just gives it that little bit of texture. So we'll do a little bit of that just to see if there's any change. Now this basket is from the Easter basket. Easter Joy. Yeah, Easter basket bundle. So I took the little basket that's from there. It's actually not that little. So I took the basket, die cut it, and then cut the top. Now, I didn't bother weaving pieces through because the focal point of this was not the basket. The focal point is what's in the basket. So I didn't bother doing all the extra pieces. So let me put that one away so that way you know. And then we have a ton of other pieces we need because this card is very thick. But we're going to need all these pieces, and I'll walk through it. And then we're going to need some scrap pieces to make some more blueberries. And then we need our card base / folder. So what does our card look like? This is not a card you want to mail. So our card looks like this. So I did one in strawberries, and we're going to do a second one in blueberries. And it's a gift card holder, so you can stick a gift card here, and then a spot to write your note. So that is what we're making today. It's very thick and quite thick, so it would be definitely an oversized mail. So I would strongly recommend that this be a card that you give in person. Okay, so let's get creating. So what do I need? So you need a card base. So our card base is your standard 5.5 by 4.25. And then we're going to put another layer on that because I felt like I needed to break it up. When I just put, I should get rid of this because it's probably reflecting. Because when I just put this over on the Misty Moonlight, I felt like it needed more substance. And plus we're framing our card because most of the work is here in the middle. So we're going to add another white piece in behind that. So that's going to make that strawberry slush color pop. And then we're going to layer that on. And then what I did was I also cut up some two-tone cardstock. Now, does two-tone look different? Absolutely. Here's the light side. Here's the dark side. You see the two colors? And when you actually put this piece here, you can see how it actually coordinates quite well with the piece from the, what is it called again? Homemade Sweetness Designer Series pack. So you can see the difference as to how that's going. Now, this is strawberry slush. So if I probably use Flirty Flamingo, I might be even a little closer in it. But strawberry slush seems to work pretty good, especially with the inner color there on the ladybugs. So that is what we're going to be using for our pieces. And then, of course, since we double layered, we're going to continue double layering. So then I have, I bent this one. So then we have 3 pieces that go on the inside. Now, this one I already embossed with the Ladybug embossing folder, which is currently unavailable. And this will be the front of our card, just like we have here. So we're going to have a front, and then we're going to have our 2 pieces here. And then we're going to change out that middle piece. So that middle piece, because we're doing blueberries, I chose to go with the blueberry Misty Moonlight lattice. So we're going to switch that out and then have some blueberries wherever. Okay, so let's get creating. So let's get our foldy piece done, and then we'll go to stamping. So I'm just going to pile all this together. Now keep note, I'm piling it all together. So when we start creating and I say, I can't find my piece, tell me to look at my two-tone cardstock. Okay, so we have 2 pieces here. One is basic, one is Misty Moonlight, and then one is Balmy Blue. And so I grabbed my Misty Moonlight, which was extremely juicy, and a small blending brush, because I didn't want to use a big one because I was trying. Now the hardest part, because I was trying to color these, I already built them, and then I'm going in and trying to color them, and they're so small. My finger's in the way, and I'm like, that was not very smart in trying to create. And this one here, my Misty Moonlight, so juicy that it put this big dark mark, which actually is not bad because I really like it. But I already glued my tops on, so that's why you see it's super light there, because I couldn't get underneath. Good morning, Kathy. Thanks for joining me this morning. It's definitely one fine day. Okay, so to get rid of that starkness, we're just gonna pick up some Misty Moonlight here. Oh, there's this little piece of white fluff in there. Okay, I'm gonna grab a piece of scrap so I don't have to wet my glass mat here. And we're gonna take that Misty Moonlight. See how juicy my ink pad is? And we're gonna just add some Misty Moonlight in here. Oh, it's okay if it's messy like that. And you notice I have streaks, and that's okay because you know what? We're cutting such a small piece, it doesn't even matter. So we can do the same here. This one I'm gonna go a little lighter. I must not be getting my ink even. So the thing with blending brushes, you got to make sure that you put your ink evenly or else you get those big blobs. And then when you're on here, if your arm is too flimsy and bends too much, then you're not touching all your bristles on your cardstock, which then creates globs and also unevenness. So make sure you're getting a decent blending brush. Stampin' Up! Has really good ones, but theirs does flex a bit as well. Let me see. So I find that, see, these bend quite a bit as well. So you got to be careful. And I usually like to put my finger here. So then it forces me to make sure I'm using all the bristles on there. Otherwise, you get into situations like this and then unevenness on here as well. But this one, because it's so small, it's a smaller version of this one. I've had my blending brushes before Stampin' Up! Even rolled theirs out. So that's why I have different ones. Stampin' Up! Comes in the dark, I don't know, what's this color? Like a grayish pecan pie. So this one actually works really well. What I love about these ones is the brushes are softer, and it actually does quite a good job. But you got to make sure these ones are used for big surfaces, and you need the smaller ones for small surfaces, kind of like this one. Okay, so we've done some blending, and I'm giving you my ins and outs on what I like and don't like about blending. Anyway, little tips, tricks. So now we can cut these out. So the downfall of this bundle is that, oh, what did I do with the dies? See? Is that it only gives me one. So I'm like, I wish I had two, but I wish I had two of everything. So that doesn't really help. So we're going to cut out one here, and then we're going to cut out another one there. And we could use this one as a blueberry as well, like I did here. But as you can see, I didn't really put a lot of color on that because I was thinking only for the tip. So we're going to have to run that through our emboss and cut machine twice. So I don't have my mini ready. Oh, it's so crowded here. I don't know why. And so I'm just going to do this off to the side here by my machine. And we're going to have to run that through twice. Because we're going to do it once in the Misty Moonlight. And then we're going to do it a second time with the Balmy Blue. So there's my Misty Moonlight. And see that little guy is stuck in there. So we'll just pop him out. And there's that. So then we're going to do this one in Balmy Blue. We'll see what it looks like. I really only need the leaf, I guess it's called. I could do the leaves in the green as well, but I don't remember. I don't think it's that dark. I mean, most of our blueberries really don't have leaves on them when I go pick them up right from the store. But, you know, it's kind of hard to tell it's a blueberry if you don't put that piece on there. Okay, so there's our two that we did a little bit of blending with. So then it's not so subtle and blah. I don't know if you can see that. There's enough light there. So, I mean, you could use it, but that's a pretty light, unripened blueberry. But at least here now we have that darker piece. So, I'll put this back before I lose it. Gotta keep it on my magnetic sheets. That's why they're there. And then I'll just toss those because I don't need them again. Okay, And then I'm just going to grab my tweezers here. Then I'm going to add this to the top. Now you can put this in any position or rotation you want. I found that this rotation was ideal for me, having that fat piece there onto here. It looked good to me. I don't think it really matters, by the way. So let's hope this comes out. Oh, and it is. Excellent. So then I've got a lot of blueberries here. This is probably more than what we need. But I was experimenting yesterday, so that's why we have so many. Okay, so I don't need this one. I know that's too light for me. So we're going to grab our basket. What did I say? Oh, yeah, they're over here. So I'm going to grab our basket, and I'm going to grab pecan pie. I started coloring it, and I'm like, oh, I got to stop. And this is basic beige. So then we're just going to grab some pecan pie. Oh, look, Stampin' Up! blending brush. And then we're going to add some pecan pie in here. Okay, so I used basic beige because I wanted to give it a darker look. So I went with a lighter color so that my lines, all these slits, would stand out and we'd also get that darkness. Now, I can also keep going and make it darker, or I can come in as well with a little early espresso using the same brush because they're both in the browns. And then I'm going to darken the one side so it literally looks like it's the darker side and the sun was not shining on it. What the heck? Oh, I got a little bit of, hang on, it's like there's a cat hair in my ink pad. So I let Cosmo, our new cat, down here. And all he did was cry and wanted to go back upstairs. I said to my husband, I don't think it's going to become an outdoor cat. He seems too comfy with being indoors. So I think we're going to be in trouble when we want to put him outside. I don't think he's going to survive, and I don't think he's going to like it. So anyway, so we tried to let him, he actually is pretty much living upstairs with the boys. They kind of have their own apartment. And so it's kind of a smaller space too, so it helps. And now he's like, I don't know, we can't figure it out. But he's happier and more secure up there than being down here. Thanks, Shell. I'm glad you like that. I agree. It gives it life, right? Like if you can blend anywhere you can. Now, if you don't have blending brushes, use daubers. They work just fine. Okay, so this is going to be our basket. So we can take a bunch of these and we're going to make it a basket full, obviously, of blueberries. And we're going to have different shades now because I've made so many and played with so many that we can literally, I kind of like this one, even though it was a boo-boo. We can literally put as many in there as we want, right? So it's just whatever. And I think I'm going to lean towards one side and see how that goes. I might actually only do 4. And the reason being is we need to, because I think 4 looks good. It gives it height at an angle. But also I could even put one on the outside here like it fell out. Because on our card, where is it? We have lots of room on our card, and then I added some flowers just to give it a little more oomph. Because, they flower first before they bloom. Okay, so that's done. We'll put that aside. We don't need this piece. And we're going to need our paper trimmer. So to make the fold, the tri-fold, you're going to cut your piece of cardstock to 4 1/4. So we're going to have 4 1/4 by 11. But that's too long. So we're just going to cut off 2 inches. So then now we have 4 1/4 by 9. Get it? Because then what happens is we can score it at 3 inches. Yes. You know what, Kate? It's funny that you mentioned that because I just literally dumped my jar full of sponges in the garbage. So I had tons. I had like all of them. I think I might need to change my blade already. I had all of them in a jar and they're all like different colors, obviously. And I'm like thinking, how do I even know which color is which? But, and it was a big jar. And so I actually finally dumped them all and said, you know what? I'm never going to use these. So I got rid of all of mine. I never did the whole staple on the top though. That's the one thing I didn't do. So I don't know why I didn't. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's because I used mine for multiple colors. I don't know. So all we did now is fold it. So you got your valley and then your mountain, right? And then that way it's good to go. And then this is the piece that glues down. So you see the inside and then the outside. I think that's the way I did it. Or did I go the other way? Oh, I went the other way, this way. Sorry. It's mountain and then valley. So just flip it upside down. I'm like, because then you get 3 sides. Okay, so that is that. So we've got that, we've got that. Oh, we need a sentiment. So on this one, I put love you lots. This love you lots actually comes from Sweet Bugs. And that's this one here. So I wanted something thin but big. And I thought that one would work best. I could use this one too. And I could choose in for baking or So Berry. But I don't think that really matched very well. And then I was going to do a bunch of these because we really get 2. And then I changed my mind. So we are going to stick to Love You Lots. And then you could put happy birthday, happy, you know, I don't know, happy anniversary. Would that work? Not sure. So I have a couple scrap pieces here, and we're going to use the lighter side. I used the darker side. You can see the color difference there. And I went, oh, wrong side. Wasn't thinking. Forgot I was working with 2-tone, so then we're going to go lighter. I could use Misty Moonlight as my color, but as my sentiment. But I thought, you know what, that's a little too much blue. So I decided to just keep the Strawberry Slush on that. So we're just going to stamp that. So then we're going to, then I think we will have all our pieces. So you have lots of options. Pick whatever stamp set you have. Maybe you even just, do I even have a, you could even just do hello or thank you or whatever you feel like doing. I'm just checking to see. There's Hey Sunshine. There's So Glad We're Friends. I mean, there's Happy Birthday. There's Let's Celebrate. Hello. Love you. Thank you. I mean, oh my gosh, there's so many. But I just liked this one. So we're going to go with this. Love you lots. And this is just a scrap. So I'm going to stick that close as possible to the bottom. Hopefully I'm straight. And then there we go. And I'm going to close that. Then I'm just going to bring in my guillotine. And I'm going to cut that. It's not exactly an inch, a half inch. It's a tad more than a half inch, just slightly. I hope I'm right. I mean, it's just paper and ink. Just cut it again. Hey, that's pretty good. And then we're going to cut off and trim on this side. There we go. Love you lots. Did I cut that right on there? Looks a little funny on that edge. Let me see here. I know this is kind of dumb. Kind of dumb to be trying to do this, but it looks like it's slightly off. Yeah, see, it was. Interesting. Okay, because I used guillotine on, oh, maybe I just used the wrong edge. That's probably why. Okay, so we got that. It's obviously scrap. No need to keep that. Now let's assemble. Oh, we forgot to do our flowers. Oh, wait. So we have this big white. So another tip, don't waste. So we're going to grab the flowers from... I grabbed the flowers from Sweet Bugs. Unfortunately, there's only one. Mind you, this one has 2. This one's got 4 little ones and a big one, but I think that one's too big. These little ones kind of match, but maybe I'll do, okay, maybe I'll just stick to it. Let's just stick to it. But then I have to run my machine through twice. That's what I'm just being. So because we're covering this up, we don't need to go grab another piece of scrap. Don't waste. You just use what you got. So this is the same piece we're going to put here, but who cares if it has holes? So I'm just going to take this over here to my emboss and cut machine, and we're going to punch that out because we're covering it up with designer series paper anyway. So then you don't have to go digging to find what you're looking for. Okay, and then I need another flower. So I'm just going to do both because I don't know which flower I want to do yet. I know which one I used on my original card, but you know, I like to change my mind every once in a while. And for you, as this is just inspiration for you. So, you know. But if you do buy this bundle, I will give you all the bits and pieces to make all the cards and I guess scrapbook page for yourself. Now, and of course, if your order is over 60, then which would be, then you also get to craft along with me next month. So it's not a bad deal, I'd say. You get quite a lot. Boy, I think I'm giving away too much. But I don't care. Okay, so holes. Who cares? That goes in here. Just making sure I got the better end. Something happened there. Okay, no, it's good. I'm seeing things. Okay, so this is going to go here on top. So we can glue that down. So just grab our adhesive here. Oh, yes. Yep, and then a circle in the middle just because hard to put my initials there when I poked a bunch of flowers in there. So then we have that. So then our paper. So I could use this side, but I feel like it's too much. So we're going to use, I personally feel like it's too much. Now, if you like the plaid better, by all means, put the plaid. This is just here for inspiration. But I'm going to use the plaid on the inside, just in a smaller amount. And I have so many ladybugs in our house right now. It's not even funny. I guess it doesn't help either that we bring in wood all the time, like almost every day, because we heat our house. We turned off the electric heat and we've been heating the house with, because we have tons of wood left over that we thought we would chew up, and we figured, oh, well, let's just turn off the electric heat and heat the house with the wood burning stove. So that's what we've been doing. And so, of course, you know, ladybugs love to hang out there, so in the wood pile, and then they come into our house. So, but they also just get in regardless. So that doesn't help either. So here's our other two pieces. So I'm going to go with the darker side this time. So here's the light. I guess we could go light. We could alternate too, but that'd just be weird. Okay, I'm going to go with the dark. And then we'll do the light on the front. Yeah. That's what we'll do. Okay, we'll do the light, the dark. Oh, wait. Maybe I should do the light on the inside and then the dark on the outside. Because then we have this. Like that. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do light on the inside. So this is, you know, another reason why I love two-tone cardstock. You get more color options, and you can use either one. And it comes in 12 by 12. So you can get a lot of pieces out of that one sheet of 12 by 12. And it's a full pack. So how can you say no? Okay. So Again, I feel so bad because we're not cutting anything out of the center of these. So I feel like we're wasting it, but what are we going to cut, right? For this. Okay, then we have our 2 pieces. These are just basic, these are white willow actually. I didn't use my basic white because this is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So I can get way more out of a 12 by 12 than an 8.5 by 11. So I have less waste than if I did a piece of basic white. So I'm always comparing. Okay, so that's our inside. This is our outside. So I'll stick that on, and I'm going to go darker on the outside. Oh, or drop it, whichever one. So that's our 3 panels. And then this one is our embossed one, which will go on the front. Okay. Like so. And then this piece goes here because this is our gift card holder. It's almost like a mini album. Okay. So you could turn this into a bigger one and turn it into a mini album and then gift it. So it's so funny because on the other one, my paper is directional and I screwed up and put it on the wrong side. So here I'm making sure I'm putting my tear tape. Here it doesn't matter because it's not directional. So then I had to cut a new piece. Okay. And I like to use tear tape just to give it more strength. And tear tape is 1/4 inch thick. So then I know how much space I have. And I know for a fact it will fit. See, I'll show you. So see, there's lots of room in there. So now we'll just add this last piece here, over here. Okay. And then we'll just peel these off. Come on. Usually I use my take your pick tool. Okay, and then this one here goes in the middle. Now I made it fit the outside of, so that's 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. So rather than the white, so I made it fit the strawberry slush. Okay, and then we just need to do our front here. So let's get our basket ready. So our basket's gonna sit there or somewhere along there. And then we gotta get our berries in there. So we're gonna add, I'm gonna add a strip here of tear tape. And then position my berries where I think they should go. And I think we said we were gonna use these ones. That one's a little dark. Oh, this one's super dark. Oh, I got 2 super dark ones, so we'll go on the outside. Maybe those 4. But then what do I want on the inside? Yeah. Okay. So we got 1 berry. Maybe that one's down a bit more. Or this one's down a bit more in the basket. And then we got this one here. And then we're going to put that one there, I think. So I'm going to add some adhesive here. And we'll put another berry up there. Maybe tilt it, maybe straight. So we have 4. Let's see what that looks like. 5, 6, 7. Because I'm going to put one on the other side there. I think I'm going to go with 4. Because if we go with 5... well, it does look a little fuller. I could go a little higher. So we could do that. So let's go with this one. Let's add that one more in there. see. I think I want it a little higher up. Oh, so let me put it, I think I missed. So let me grab a glue dot. Then I know I'm bang on. I probably missed my glue completely. And where's that glue dot? It's right there. Okay. So maybe there. Okay. So, yeah, look, I missed the glue completely. Okay, so then that's going to go there. Now, because this is super thick already, I'm just going to use adhesive. I'm not going to Pop-Tart this one. We'll Pop-Tart the sentiment instead. Okay, so we got some adhesive on there. That's quite a lot. And then we'll put that there. Centering as much as I can. That's why liquid glue is our friend. There we go. Like it lots. And then we can add a flower down here or a berry. What we thinking? Put another berry there. Well, maybe a berry and a flower. And then we'll put a couple flowers up here as well. So then we got 5, 6, 7. Oh, then that puts us at an uneven number, which is perfect. 9. Okay, so there we have it. So I'm gonna, that looks a little, I'm gonna grab some strawberry slush though. And I'm gonna grab a dauber. Let's see if I have, I probably don't have a strawberry slush. Whoa. I don't think I have a strawberry, like, I mean, why would I? I have Pretty in Pink. Melon Melody, Melon Mambo, Petal Pink, that's too light, and that one's too light. So let me grab some of my used ones. This one's polished pink, so that used to be polished pink. And let's see if we still have some on there. Oh, we still have quite a bit. But that's actually enough. Okay, so I'm just going to take these because I feel like they're blending too much. And just try and add a little bit of color on the ends. Or have it fly off my finger, whichever one works. Oops, wrong side. And then we'll just add just a little bit so that it stands out from the white on the paper. Because I feel like it's just blending in there too much. It's kind of like what I did with yesterday. Like with my other, with the craft along. You're going to need some daubers to do that on the craft along kit. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. I think I did a full middle baby one. Okay. Let's get this on there. Okay, so we're just gonna stick these on up here because we got lots of lift already. I think I like this one better. So let me grab some mini glue dots. Good morning, Margaret. You're never too late to the show. Thanks for popping in. We're just finishing up a card here with lots of folds. And then this one's probably, oh no, it'll fit. And we'll stick that one here underneath, kind of like so. And I think we said we were going to add that blueberry. So let's add that blueberry. I'll just put 2. Where's my next one? And then a mini. Oh, we still need to put our sentiment. I better have left enough room for the sentiment. Oh, I did. Okay. And then we'll put our sentiment. That one I think I have to pop up. So like I said, this is not a card you want to mail. Although it'll fit. Guarantee you, I bet you any money it'll still fit. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, I pulled one off. 3, 4. Oops, I missed. There we go. Oakley dokley, Smoky. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll stick that there. And then you could add whatever sentiment on the inside. I kind of like this one better. Okay, so we need some embellishments on there. I didn't put any ribbon. I didn't think it would need it. I mean, you could put a little bow here, but I don't think it needs it. Now, where's my, over there. So I'm just going to grab some basic jewels. I'm going to grab Daffodil Delight Dark. And we're going to color these in, because silver is kind of boring. Okay. And then we'll pick those up and stick them to the flowers. So add one there. And another one there. And, oops, missed it. And one here. Okay. And since we have another blueberry, although I don't like that colored tip, so I forgot to change it out. So let me die cut one more. And that'll take just a second here to run it through the machine. There it is. And then we'll add that one on. Oh, this one I put the other way. Okay. Where's my adhesive? There it is. So add a little bit of glue. And just cover it up. Much better. To me, that's better. And then we'll put this. I need some new plates. Yeesh. Now I'll go here on the inside. Like so. Okay. So we are done. Done. That's it. It's all she wrote. Okay. So we have strawberry. And we have blueberry. Good morning, Sandy. How are you today? How's the weather out there? I was just in White Sand Estates on Saturday for Easter. So what do you think? Do you like the strawberry or do you like the blueberry? So there's the strawberries. I only did 3. In this one here I did lots. And then here I used the hearts. Whereas here we use the plaid because more to go with the berries. And then I stuck a big strawberry on this one. And then here we've got the little mini blueberry there. So I probably could have put 2 blueberries, but I think that is perfectly fine. So yeah, so if you win the draw this week, you better tell me so then I know which one you actually like, and then I'll put them in. Hard to choose a favorite today. Yeah, I think so too. But I think I'm a blue fan, so I'm leaning more towards blueberry. But that's just me. So, and I kind of like the fact I added an extra there. But either way, this is great because it's a gift card holder. And here I also use the dark because that makes sense because of the strawberry. And here I use the light. So a few little changes, but lots of fun. And I hope you like that. And don't forget to use your blending brushes and your daubers and add some little fun in there to switch things up. So have a great day. Hope you enjoyed, and let's hope that storm doesn't hit us. And happy stampin'. Bye for now.